Damn, I swear, whoever invented coffee is the true GOAT. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Nitro's Corner. Today I'm bringing you my entire manga haul for the month of January. Maybe one or two series that I bought at the beginning of February, but we won't tell anybody that. I'm very excited for this haul. I finished a couple of series that I was really excited to finish and I've been looking to collect for a while. I also picked up a couple of new... Remy? Son of a bitch. Stop stepping on the oven, man. I also picked up a couple of new series that you guys recommended to me in my Instagram polls and my giveaway video. Oh, giveaway video. For those of you who haven't seen yet, here at Nitro's Corner, we're giving away volumes 1 and 2 of Mushishi. Yes, I know you may have thought you misheard, but no. Your ears are not clogged. You heard right. I'm giving volumes 1 and 2 of Mushishi away. This is one of my favorite series and I really just want others to enjoy it like I have. And I don't think I can justify, people reselling these for hundreds of dollars, $150, even for library copies. So I just want to give back to the community and all you guys to support me and allow you to join this series that honestly I have kind of fallen in love with. So without further ado, let's get over to our unboxing rustic table. All right, guys, we're over here at the rustic unboxing table. Let's get this going. We got a box. We got, for my Vampire Diaries fans out there, the original Killer 2.0. We'll be getting a new one of these soon, so stay tuned for that. Let's get this open. So first up, we have a series that I've never really heard anybody talk about. I honestly just randomly stumbled upon it one day. I got them for like $1 a piece, so I was like, why not? I might as well get them. It's actually not a manga, it's a manhwa from South Korea, I believe. That's Demon Diary from Tokyo Pop. It seemed like a cool enough idea. I haven't read this yet. I've started the first volume. I'm like maybe a chapter or 2 in, but the covers seemed pretty cool. The artwork seemed decent as well. Give you a little flip through these. Basically the story kind of follows these demon lords, which it honestly kind of feels like it's almost just like a prestigious school for the elite and whatnot. It's about this guy that is a smaller demon. He's not a demon lord yet, and he's going to like a school to kind of be trained as a demon. With the demon lord, which is kind of just, the epitome. They're like the top of the top in the demon world. So it seemed kind of interesting. I'm sure that there's some pretty good action in here, but it definitely had some more slice of life elements to it from what I've gathered. I don't think the series ever actually finished, so maybe that's why there hasn't really been much hype on it, but it seemed cool enough, so I figured I would give it a try, and after I read it, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. Maybe I'll end up giving these away. I don't know if they'll stay in my collection or not, but if you think these are interested, or if you guys have read this or heard of it before, please let me know, because I haven't heard anybody talk about these before. Cool, let's get on to the next one. Coffee break. Next up, we have an eBay package. This one, I was really excited to get. That's Cat-Eyed Boy. Now, a lot of you out there think of a horror manga, you think of Junji Ito as the great, the OG, so to speak. But before there was Junji, there was Kazao Umezu. If I'm saying that right, maybe I'm saying it wrong. And he, in my opinion, is the GOAT of horror manga. Now, I haven't read these myself, but I've looked into them a bunch. They are out of print and very hard to get, so I was very excited when I found volumes 1 and 2 in English on eBay for a decent price, honestly. This is a collection of stories narrated by the Cat-Eyed Boy. I haven't read any of them yet. I've been saving them, but basically he's just got this really unique art style. It's kind of got like an older aesthetic to it, but it's really unique, and the stories are supposed to be phenomenal. So can't wait to hop into these. As you know, I don't have anything against Junji Ito, but sometimes I think that he might just be a little overhyped. I mean, he has the clothing line, the Junji Ito collection. He has the nice special edition hardcovers. He's got plenty of stories, but you know, sometimes I think his artwork gets him a little hype and his story elements aren't the best. But that's not to say that I don't enjoy them. I do enjoy them. I have I have Uzumaki. I've watched some of the animations, but you know, I think my boy Kazu Mezu is just, his stories are just a little bit better in my opinion. So that's Cat-Eyed Boy Volumes 1 and 2. Big pickup here. This is one of my favorite ones of the month. Had to wait a while for it to come in. And that is partly why my January haul video is coming out in February, is because I was waiting for some of these packages to come in. But on to the next one. All right, next we have my first box set I've ever owned. This, I had no intention of actually getting this series yet. I probably would have got it at some point, as you know, it's a classic. Many of you out there, I'm sure, have this. I mean, it's considered the grandfather of Shonen Jump, and that is Dragon Ball. Now this box is super cool. It does have a little bit of a blemish up in the corner here, but my buddy, we'll call him Buzz Lightbeer. He found this on the Facebook our local Facebook marketplace for 50 bucks. And I was like, man, I'd be one dumb ass if I didn't get this for 50 bucks, even if it had this little blemish in the corner. I mean, that's volumes 1 through 16, all of them in here with this super cool like art on the bottom here, man. Like, I couldn't pass this up. I loved the anime. I've never actually read the Dragon Ball manga before, but I love the original anime. It reminds me of the old school Cartoon Network, Adult Swim back when I was growing up. So having this in the collection is, I don't know, it's a good piece of nostalgia for me, and I had to do it, guys. So let me know if any of you out there have this box set. I know a couple of my buddies out there, East Coast Manga. I think Jake the Pog might have it as well. Maybe he might have messaged me, but a lot of you out there, I'm sure, have this one. So we'll leave that right in the view of the camera a little bit. Give us a nice little background there. Dope. On to the next series. Coffee break. All right. Next, we have one that is super, super dope. I bought this partially just because of the covers and the aesthetic of the books themselves, but also my homie East Coast Manga raved about this series so much that I had to give it a shot. I mean, shout out to you, East Coast, also for hitting 5,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone. But I had to pick up Message to Adolf, as this series was out of print. They did just recently start reprinting it. It's already on the verge of going out of print again. So if you have been interested in the series, as I'm sure a lot of you have listened to East Coast talk about it, it is definitely a pickup now before it's too late. I still don't really know too much of this series, but I'm definitely interested to read it, as I'm heard that the story is amazing from multiple people. And the artwork is pretty phenomenal as well. But I mean, just look at how pretty these are on the shelf. Like, that's just such a cool cover and such a cool, like, color scheme. It's kind of cool. I never noticed that you can see it just kind of like deteriorating as the covers go. But I'm excited to read this one as well. I do like the hardcover books. They add a nice shelf aesthetic. Yeah. So that's Message to Adolf. Nice pickup there. Next, we'll go into some of the single volumes I picked up, some new series that I've been interested in. For those of you who messaged and responded to my recommendation poll in my Insta story, some of these I picked up because of you. So we'll start off first with Noragami. as this isn't a series that I have looked into much yet. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and a lot of people have recommended it to me. So I saw volumes 1 and 2, and I was like, oh shit. They have volumes 1 and 2, and then it skips to like, I think a volume 12 or 13 at my local Barnes & Noble. So I was like, might as well pick up the first volume, see how it goes. It seemed like the artwork was pretty cool. My understanding of the story so far, as I haven't started this yet, is that it's a god or sort of demigod that has no home. He's kind of, I don't know if he's like cast out of the land of the gods or something, but he basically is selling his skills and his talents to the highest bidder or anybody that may need them for, you know, a little extra cash on the side. And that seemed like an interesting story to me. He's kind of trying to build his own temple, build his own renown as a god, becoming worshipable, which seemed pretty cool. And it also looks like that it gets pretty action-y later in the series, which, you know, I do love my action, as I'm kind of a shonen fanboy at heart. I was interested to pick this one up. If it's been running for 20 volumes, I'm sure it's pretty good, and it has to have some pretty good hype. I mean, it's got some cool looking monsters and crap in there, so this would be pretty dope to check out. Fortune be with you guys. Noragami. I'm sure a lot of you have read this out there, so let me know if this is one of your favorite series. And speaking of my shonen fanboy degeneracy at heart, I did take the leap of faith after seeing, again, another one that East Coast Manga highly raves. But a couple of you guys recommended it to me on my giveaway video in the comments and my Instagram poll, and that's Quintessential Quintuplets. So I decided to pick up volume 1. Now, I really have no idea what this series is about. Based off reading the back and looking at the covers and just flipping through the artwork, seems like it's kind of a slice of life drama series. It takes place of 5 siblings, 5 sisters that are all redheads. And that's basically all I know of this series. It's gotten some good hype. I think it's at close to volume 20 now. It just got an anime. We'll see. I'll probably read this one pretty soon, as I have just 1 volume of it. And I have been wanting to try some new genres for a while now. I figured this would be a good start. So again, if you guys like this one, let me know what you think. And the last new series or single volume I picked up at Barnes & Noble's was Sayuki, I think is how you pronounce it. This one I honestly picked up just because the cover looked dope. I've seen the single volumes but I just kind of really liked the aesthetic of this one as well. The story is supposed to be pretty good. This one I don't really know too much of the story about. Basically, I think it's like there's an unbalance in the world, and there's these Yaokis, or I believe they're called Yokis, that are kind of like spirits that have come down and started causing mischief on the world. And this guy right here, I believe, is a Buddhist monk, maybe, that is kind of tasked with fixing and correcting this imbalance, and he is starting to make a journey westward, and some shit hits the fan. The characters in this are supposed to be wonderful, and they just look really cool as well. Like, the character designs are pretty sweet. So this is another one that I'm interested to jump into. A lot of the series I picked up today were Kodansha, as I think they definitely have a certain aesthetic to the Kodansha, you know, anime, especially when they're along the more shonen style series. So this is one that I'm excited to read, and as a lot of these series, I'm sure you guys have already started this or are complete it. So let me know what you think. All right, guys, I have one last series I picked up for you today. And this is the #1 series that I have been waiting for the entire month of January. It's gonna take a second, guys. These ones are hefty. Blade of the Immortal, the last 6 volumes I picked up, guys. These are so dope. I'm currently reading through now. These aren't probably not in order, so don't rip me apart for that. But I'm currently reading through this series finally now that I've collected all the volumes. I'm reading through volume 2. Big shout out to you, Mandel, for picking up these series from me. My buddy all the way in Canada had 4 or 5 of these volumes, I think, that were completely out of print in stock there, new for retail price. And he sent these out to me because he knew that I had been struggling to find them all. So huge shout out to you, man. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. But this series has to be my favorite on the shelf. I mean, look at these covers. This one especially is my favorite out of the series. Just the bright colors. I mean, sorry, I gotta back these up a little bit so I can get in the camera. I mean, look at that. Just these bright colors, and the artwork is so unique. God, these are just all so dope on the counter, dude, on the shelf. I mean, and the artwork is one of a kind, as I'm sure you know. For those of you who don't want to spend the hundreds of dollars that these are now going for, most of these volumes, especially the super out of print ones, like I think volume 5, 9, 6, 7, those ones, going for like, you know, 100, 150 bucks. I hate to see it because, you know, there's people that just take advantage of that, knowing that there's actual collectors out there that really want to read these and add them to their collection, are just selling them for way over market value, way over retail price. But if you don't necessarily care about the aesthetic of these omnibus versions, they are coming out with the deluxe hardcover editions, which they aren't colorful like this. They have the same colors, but they're kind of like a gray finish with a smaller image of the cover on the front for each volume. But, you know, if you want to just get the series, because the series is amazing as well, you can go that route and save yourself hundreds of dollars, honestly. So I recommend doing that if you want to at least read this series. I know I rave about the colors and whatnot, but it's not feasible for everybody to have to go out and spend all this kind of money. You know, I got lucky, so, you know, it is what it is, but highly recommend checking this series out and picking up the deluxe editions. You can also get the single volumes. I mean, that would be a pretty big collection and kind of a shelf eater there, but the single volumes I've seen going for a lot cheaper, so you could try to go that route as well. Some of the special, you know, omnibus versions are still not out of print. Like you can get 1, 2, 3 for pretty affordable, and I think 8, 10 I think I found for retail still. So you can find them out there still, especially at your local comic shops. But if you're gonna go like the eBay route or Amazon, you know, you're gonna start spending. You're gonna probably have to spend at least, you know, 50 plus on a couple of the volumes, which is unfortunate, but keep your eyes out, and you may find some that slip through the cracks, because, you know, this series is absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot rave about it enough. Dark Horse Comics, my favorite comic producer. I do have this, 2 of my volumes do have this little kind of Sharpie mark. You know, I don't know why they do that and deface these books. I think they do it to like kind of say that it's not in circulation anymore as a retail book. You know, you can't sell it at retail, but yeah, it is what it is. I could probably take that off if I wanted to take some really fine grand sandpaper to it, but at this point, I don't really care. I just want to read them. And those spines alone are good for me to sit on the shelf. I mean, this one, oh God, those are just so dope. Well, guys, those are my volumes for January. I already have started my February collection, so you can stay tuned for that. Again, if you want to check out the giveaway video, if you want your chance to win volumes 1 and 2 of Mushishi, I will have the link in the description. I'll probably have it somewhere in this video in the card somewhere, probably right up in the corner here. So click that, check it out. That is open till Friday, February 12th. So you got a couple days left to join in that. And then, you know, I might be doing a live stream or something for the drawing. So hit that up, guys. Follow me on Instagram to stay tuned with the giveaway and further pickups. But until then, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, but most important,